Hi gang, Scott here. I've got a quick tip for you in Lightroom about adjusting colors selectively. Selective adjustments, you hear me talk about this all the time. Masking, that is the key to making stronger, more compelling photos, getting a better story out of your photo. Realized I was doing this again with one of these images here, and I thought I'd share this with you. And what I'm looking to do is get a pop on this moss, right? So I've got this moss here on this rocks here on the side of this. There's even a little bit down in this rock here. But if I try to do something like HSL, and with getting greens to pop, there's actually quite a bit of yellow in greens, and so you kind of take the yellow and push it toward green, and sure enough, I can get a moss pop. But look at the rest of the photo. It's just becoming greenish. All that nice orange sandstone is getting shifted too much. This is where color range masks and localized adjustments come into play, right? So we'll open up our masking area, and I will choose a color range mask. I have my picker, and I'll pick one of the greens out there. We can see almost got everything that I want right away. We can adjust the range. So I'm just watching the overlay there. And I'm not worrying as much about where it's showing up that I don't want it. Like, I mentioned there were some bits here in this rock. There's certainly things in the water. Not interested in having it show up there. But we've got more masking tools, right? We've got our mask here. I've got this collapse. Let me open this up here. You can see I've done this once before, but I want to just show you the technique. I can now subtract, right? I can subtract with, in this case, a brush will be fine. Let's move that out of the way. I can subtract all this stuff. I'm going to turn off the auto mask, full strength. I don't need any of that stuff out here. I'm not interested in adjusting these rocks. I'm certainly not interested in adjusting anything here, not on the beach, not in the water. I'll be a little more careful with my brush strokes through there so I don't mess up that moss. We'll see how it looks on these rocks here. But I didn't notice any major moss pops in that area, certainly not here. And the tree at the top of this was already plenty green, so don't need any of that. Let's take a look now. If I take my saturation, I'm just going to push saturation really hard, pull it back, watching the moss, right? If I zoom in, here's that moss, pulling it back, pushing it up, right? We can see that saturation is happening. So I'll saturate a little bit, and using a fine adjustment, I will shift this a little bit more toward green. I'll push it far. That's a little bit too hot, pull it back some. All right, I've got that dialed in. And how did that look on the other areas? Right, if I open up my masking area again, we'll hide, reveal, a little bit of a pop there. You can see it better up here. Hide. Oops, that's the brush, sorry. Hide, reveal. Might need a little more pop on that moss up in there. That's looking pretty good. And I'm not noticing it too badly in the other areas of the rocks there. So just that little tiny touch before and after. This is one small step in a series of adjustments to just kind of bring out all the secondary elements to pull it all together and tell a good story. But now the point of the video is color range masks, your brushes, use those to selectively nudge hue, color, saturation on particular tones and particular areas of your photo. Hope you found the video interesting, useful. Got questions? Drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.